Slavery, a word that carries centuries of pain, struggle, and survival. But where did it all begin? To understand the story of slavery, we must first go back, way back. Slavery is as old as human civilization itself. In ancient Egypt, Greece, and Rome, slaves were prisoners of war, criminals, and even people sold to pay off debts. But although these ancient societies used slaves, something much darker was about to emerge in history, a system of slavery that would tear apart continents and lives. Before European involvement, some African societies also practiced slavery. But unlike what would come later, enslaved people in African kingdoms could often marry, own property, or even gain freedom. It was not based on race, and it was not lifelong for all. In the 1400s, everything changed. Portuguese explorers, followed by the Spanish, British, Dutch, and French, arrived on African shores. They were looking for gold, spices, and soon, for people. A new trade began, not just in goods, but in human lives. Europeans began capturing and buying African men, women, and children, shipping them across the Atlantic to work as slaves in the Americas. This was the birth of the Transatlantic Slave Trade, a brutal system that would last for over 400 years. Imagine for a moment a child living peacefully in their village. They don't know that soon everything will change. That soon they will be taken from their family and forced to cross an ocean they've never even seen. The story of slavery had begun, and for millions, it would become a nightmare they couldn't wake from. Join us in part 2, where we follow their journey across the sea, a journey known as the Middle Passage.